Welcome back, students. I'm so proud of your consistency in following this particular lecture series. But trust me when I say, your dedication is going to pay off. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about the speaking module of IELTS. So let's get started. So students, first let's talk about what is the speaking module about. What is it trying to test in you? So the speaking module tries to assess your ability to effectively communicate in English first. Second, it also tries to see whether you can express your ideas properly and clearly in day-to-day and other contexts as well. So these are the two purposes of taking your speaking examination as a part of your IELTS exam. Okay, now what is the duration of this particular module? So it's 11 to 14 minutes. All right, now here in this particular window of 11 to 14 minutes, you have three parts. So it's trifurcated. All right, now what is the scoring criteria for this? Again, the scoring criteria is a little different from listening and reading, but it comes closer to writing module, whereby we had 4 parameters, if you remember. So here also we have a few parameters, 4 to be precise. And what are they? Fluency and coherence, lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy, and the fourth one on the line is pronunciation. So all of them are going to have again 25% weightage. Okay, so let's talk about the first one on the line first. So fluency and coherence, what are they trying to assess when they talk about this particular parameter? So here, as the name itself suggests, they are trying to see whether you are fluent and coherent with your speech or not. So what is fluency? Fluency, students, is when you can talk about something at length without hesitating and without taking a lot of pauses. First, now the second one to check is coherence. So coherence is when you are able to talk about something fluently, plus you are able to make sense of what you are saying, and people are also able to understand what you are saying properly. So there is logic in what you are saying. That is when you check the box of coherence. Now what is the second one? The second one is lexical resources. So what is this about? This is about your vocabulary. So in this, they are trying to assess whether you have a good base of vocabulary or not, and whether you can utilize context specific and context relevant vocabulary or not according to the topic that they assign to you in your speaking test. All right, now the third one is grammatical range and accuracy. So I think this does not need a lot of explanation. We understand what is grammatical accuracy. We understand the idea of grammar, so to speak. So here they are trying to assess your understanding of grammar of English. Okay, so your understanding of the grammatical configuration of English and how well you work with the ordering of your English language is what they are trying to see here. Okay, the last one that we have here is pronunciation. This again is very basic and self-explanatory. So here they are trying to see that when you are speaking, are you able to clearly talk about what you are talking about or not? Or is there a lot of artificiality in how you are speaking, and is your accent being an issue, right? So if you are speaking and then you are talking in such a manner that it's very hard for the other person to understand you because of the way you are articulating your words or your sentences. So here the idea is to be clear with your speech. All right, so these are the 4 parameters on which they judge you as well as give you scores or bands. Now in the next slide we are going to be looking at the scoring and how they assign you bands on the basis of these 4 parameters. Students, now let's understand how will you be assigned a band in your speaking module. So the assigning of a band is very much similar to the assigning of bands that we understood or learned for your writing module. So whereby we had like 4 parameters that they were judging you upon, and then they were individually giving you bands on all of those 4 parameters, and then they were doing a round off of all of those bands, and they were giving you one average band or one merged up band for your entire writing module, right? So similar is the case with your speaking module as well. So as far as the 4 parameters for speaking module are concerned, we have already understood them. What are they, right? So I will tell you how you will be assigned a band in this particular slide. So say for instance you get a 9 on fluency and coherence here. So you are very well coherent with whatever you are saying. You are using relevant ideas which are very much appropriate according to the topic that has been given to you, and you are not repetitive, you are not being redundant with your vocabulary as well as your ideas, and you are developing your argument very well, right? So if you do all of those things, and if you are able to talk at length about the topic that has been assigned to you, and you are very logically followable and fluent as well with your discourse, then you will get a 9 here. So let's say you get a 9 here. As for lexical resources, let's say you get an 8. So you were using good and specialized vocabulary according to the context that was given to you, and you were using idiomatic phrases as well, let's say, which are a part of this particular thing, but you were showing a few errors. So let's say they give you an 8 band on this particular parameter. Now again, let's say you do very well with grammatical range and accuracy. So you have a good understanding of different sentential structures, you are having a good grasp over the grammatical configuration of English, and you do really well here. So you get a 9 band on this particular parameter as well. Similarly, let's say on pronunciation, what happens is that you are fluent with your speech, you are articulating the words very well, but your accent is, let's say, somewhere a little down, or let's say it's having a few issues in so far as the intelligibility is concerned. So maybe what you are saying is, and how you are saying it is hampering the idea that you are trying to convey. Okay, so let's say you get an 8 here. So if you have 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 8, this will lead to a band score of 8.5, which is going to be an average, and this is going to be your score for your speaking module. Okay, so this is going to be the particular score that you will be getting, or the particular band that you will be bagging in your speaking module here if you achieve this in all the 4 parameters that we have seen. Alright, so this is going to be a trend or a pattern as to how they assess you and how they give you a band score. Alright. So students, now we have reached the crux of this video, which is discussing the format of your speaking module. So what is the format of the speaking module? So as I told you earlier as well, we have this particular module trifurcated. So there are 3 parts to this. The first part is introduction, the second is long turnaround, and the third is a follow-up. Now this particular part is something that is assigned 3 to 5 minutes, right? Then this one is 1 plus 2, which is going to go up to 3, and this is again 4 to 5 minutes. Now if you add all of them, you are going to get some figure which is going to be between 11 and 14 minutes. So I told you the window for this particular module is 11 to 14 minutes. Alright, now what does happen in the first part? So as is also written on the screen, it is an introductory part. So in introduction, obviously something related to introduction is going to happen. So in this particular module, remember that you are going to be meeting somebody for the first time in your IELTS examination. So when you were doing your reading, your writing, your listening section, you were not talking to somebody in the exam, right? And there was nobody who was giving you questions and so on and so forth, right? But this is the first time that you are going to meet somebody and they are going to be asking you questions face to face, alright? And then you are going to be in a dialogue or a conversational discourse with them. So the first thing first that is going to happen is an introduction. So they will start with their introduction first, and then they will start recording you, and then they will ask for your introduction. So the questions are going to be a few static ones and then a few variable ones as well. So let me tell you what the static ones can be so that you know what to expect with the starting of this particular module. So in the initial stage, in part 1, they can ask you, or I should say they will ask you, what is your name, what can they address you as, can they see your ID? ID now for IELTS is always your passport, so don't forget to carry it with yourself. Then after that they will come to your work and your life. So they can ask you, are you a working professional or you are a student? What do you like about your profession? What intrigues you about your course? Then they can ask you about your hometown. Then they can also strike up a conversation about your hobbies, your friends, where do you like to hang out, and so on and so forth. So the idea is that in this particular part, everything that comes around as a question is going to be something that revolves around you. Okay, so it's very easy to answer. Okay, now when you come to the second part, what happens is that this is a cue card or a long turn round. Now what does that mean? If you know what is a cue card, you would be able to understand what is going to happen here. So in this one, what happens is that you are going to be given a paper, right? On that paper, there is going to be one question written and then a few prompts will follow. So the question is going to be the topic sentence or the topic statement, and then you are going to get a few prompts also which you will have to follow and cover in your answer. Now let's say the question can be something like, describe a foreigner that speaks your native language very well, and then a few prompts could be like, who is this person, where did you meet them, how did they learn English, Hindi, or your foreign or your native language, sorry for that matter. And then they will ask you to describe how is that person good at your native language. All right, so this could be one of the questions that you could maybe get, or something like this can be expected. Now you will get 1 minute to prepare this, and you will get a piece of paper to write down notes, maybe if you want something to be written, so that it's easier for you to follow those things and then talk about them when you are giving a speech. Then you will get 2 minutes to talk about this. All right, so you have to make sure that you cover everything that they gave you in the question, so the topic and then the prompts that they lined up after that particular question statement. All right, so this is how the long turnaround looks like. Now the third one is a follow-up. So this follow-up round is going to be something which is going to be based on the crux of this particular round. So whatever concept or whatever topic was at the heart of your cue card round or your cue card, questions in this round are going to be revolving around that. But the catch is that here the questions are going to be abstract as well as analytical by nature. So you will have to think a little more, plus you will have to be a little more objective in your approach to answer these questions. So let's say as I gave you a question for this particular round, like this, that describe a foreigner who speaks your native language very well. So the follow-up questions for this particular cue card could be something that look like, what foreign languages do people in India learn, or can you help people in learning any particular foreign language, or why do you think a lot of people these days are inclined towards learning English, right? So something like this could be asked in this follow-up round, and you will have to be a little more thoughtful in giving your answers to this particular set of questions that is going to come your way in this particular part. And yes, that is how the flow of your speaking module is going to be. So that's all for today, students. I hope you found this video helpful. If yes, please like, share and subscribe. And I hope that you found this entire lecture series informative as well. So stay tuned, because I will be back with something even more fun and informative for you to follow on your IELTS journey and get help from our end. Thank you.